Hey, it's Thay, and today I want to talk about the staff of Mount Fuji. I just kind of wanted to get back into telling a little bit more personal stories about some of my adventures in my life. When I go back to conventions, which I haven't been to a convention since 2019, one day I'll come back with this cool cloak and this staff to run around in. So, those of you wondering exactly how I got this staff and where all the brandings mean, well, that's what I'd like to talk about today. While I was living in Japan about a decade ago, I decided to climb Mount Fuji with a couple of friends. So we got a hotel in downtown Tokyo and basically had a little bit of fun eating out in the town. Then we took the train, which then took the bus, and we basically ended up about halfway up the mountain where most people start. The first station, I think it's station 5 or 6, I might be a little rusty because it's been 10 years now. You can find one of these things for, at the time, it was about $8 US. Might have gone up in price since then. But basically it's a blank staff, except for, where'd it go? This little thing right here. Now what these are brands. So as we started at the bottom, it was nice and sunny, very beautiful weather, it was nice and green, and boy am I glad I bought one of these things, because if you ever climb a mountain, it's really nice to reduce fatigue, to rest your weight on something as you go up something steep. But anyways, as we go up the stations one by one, you can get branded other brands in here. So you can see right here I did it in the year 2013. So it's been a hot minute. So as we went up, it started getting colder and colder, and I started putting on more layers. Thankfully, I packed them. And at one point, I think halfway through, I had to stop and go to the bathroom. This isn't nerve-wracking at all. Jesus. And basically, as I was sitting on the toilet, it started swaying back and forth like this. So I was in a big hurry to get out of there as fast as I could. But after that experience, we saw a torii gate, and I thought that was the top of the mountain, and we were almost there. And then we reached the torii gate, and I realized there was a lot more of the mountain to go. But we kept going, and the scenery around us turned from a nice, beautiful, green, warm summer to kind of more rocky, cold, and desolate. At some point, there's actually, I think, like a boat up there or an airplane that crashed. But at this point, it's just me and one other guy, and we're just trying to survive going up there, and we got really, really tired at that point. But we finally made it to the top, and it was a little bit cloudy. We were just above the cloud line, and this is when I realized that the camelback that I brought with me, the water in it actually froze. So I didn't have any water to drink. Lo and behold, I sit down at the very top of the mountain, and I look over, and there's a vending machine. I don't understand how it got there, how it gets restocked, or how it's even powered, because if you follow the power cord, it just winds down into the clouds. So I guess it's cloud powered, I don't know. But it had heated milk tea inside of it, way overpriced. I think it was about 400 yen, which at the time was about $4 US, but I did not care. I bought a couple of those and had to chug them because I was just dehydrated, cold, and hungry. But basically there's a photo of me doing this as a success, that we had finally made it and we were on our way down the mountain. Which is kind of funny because when you go up, there's lots of rocky paths and steep things that at some point you actually have to climb up it. But on the way down, we took I'm assuming is the path they used to restock that vending machine, but it's a nice gravel path. I would say it's about 30 degrees incline that just zigzags down the whole mountain and takes you right back to the station where we started. The issue with that is going down the mountain was almost worse than going up the mountain because my legs were so tired, they were just giving out. And at certain points, I was just flailing down the edge of the mountain until we got to the end. I think about sunset, and that is where I brought home this lovely staff. As you saw, it's been about a decade since then. I still have this thing, I still go hiking, and I love it. And if you ever go to Mount Fuji, I suggest you pick one up. But basically, that's just my little story I wanted to tell about this little staff here that I still have to this day. I'd like to tell more stories about my time in Japan or other countries I've been to, or just in general. So if you like this videos or you want to see more of it, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, and as always, thank you for watching. And go. Oh, my feet are too big.